That was a close call. I almost got caught with my pants down. I mean, not really, not really, literally and figuratively still, but in other words, I almost got caught with music on, as if it's such a terrible thing. And by the way, I should also point out, I know this is kind of late, but I've been meaning to mention this, that even if you could hear the intro music to the game, it was kind of funky. It's not. It's just something's wrong with it. I don't know. I've tried fixing it. I've had fixed before, but it was only on computer. Never really on mobile, I don't think. But anyway, I can remember. But anyway, hey guys, my name is Brian Barnett Gotcha here, and welcome back, folks, one and all, to Final Fantasy VII. In the last episode, we learned how to save, which is an easy thing to learn how to do, but shit, what do I know, right? I didn't know there was so much involved, right? I mean, like, gee, how do you save? Are you supposed to stand on your head? No, you're just supposed to find a save point. Also, speaking of saving, there is like I said, there's an item, but you can also use a cheat to do it. And most of the time, I will be doing that for the sake of, you know, and that's it. I mean, otherwise, I'm not gonna do max deal except to show off what can happen. I'm not gonna bother to permanently save that, but that'll be something for later. It's only gonna be for one thing. It's gonna permanently increase my stats and everything, but it'll be worth it for bonus material. What can I say? It's just bonus. It's not nothing per whatever. But anyway, so how to heal your allies. Oh gosh, here we go. Tutorial. You probably already know this, but HP is your life force, which is actually health points, I want to say. If HP is lost in battle, you are out of commission. MP is a source of your magic power. Speaking of that, a fun fact for you, that a lot of games did not have MP, and when they did, it was like 0, and then you can add it on to them, but, whatever. If your MP is lost, you'll be unable to cast spells, which is also either magic points or mana points. It doesn't really matter, it's the same thing. So, what should we do to cure a damaged ally? There are 3 ways. First, you can rest out of an inn at a nearby town. Second, you can use items to help them recover. Third, you can use a creative magic. Actually, there's a 4th one. Just for the record, it's called Tense. I'll explain about magic later. But here we'll talk about items. Select item from the menu. Potion. Restores HP. If you can't find where the potion is, access the menu and select a range, which, by the way, that's not always a thing. It's either stored or it's already done for you in most games, depending on what it is. To change the order of items, you can range them however you like. Order items you'll use in the field. Order items you'll use in battle. Prioritize items you can throw in battle. Order weapons and armor separately. Order by name. Order by most items held. Order by least items held. By the way, key items are just that. Items that unlock problems just like a key. They are very important items to have. Keep that in mind. Okay, now select use. Then select potion. Select the person you want to use it on. If they are already maxed out, you won't be able to use it on them. We can restore MP with ether or ether. You use this the same way you did for potion. Just pick a member and use it. Never appearing next to the item name tells you how many are available. Of course, the more you use, the less you'll have. Some enemies will drop potions or ethers, Aethers actually is better, but anyway. But you'll want to stock up whenever you are at a store. One last thing, if someone in your party gets wiped out, either rest at an inn or use a Phoenix Down. That's all. By the way, tents, yeah, they can also restore them, but they make you sleep. In most games, they actually don't have a. It's not a sleeping thing. It just restores stuff. Creative Magic. Now I'll tell you how to use Creative Magic. First, access the menu and select Magic. Next, select who will cast a spell. Pick an ally equipped with Restore Materia with Restoria. With Restore Materia, you can select another party member by using the L and R1 buttons. Also, by the way, if you post any spoilers, I know this is again late, but don't bother. You will be removed. I shouldn't have to explain that all the time, but the function also works in other submenus. But remember that. I don't. This is magic you can use. Monsters you can summon. And enemy techniques you've learned. Whenever magic is selected, the available magic appears on the screen. So if you want to use Cure, you would select it from the menu. Then select who you want to use it on. I think Potion is pretty expensive, so when you're near an end, you can restore MP. You're near an end and you can restore MP. It's better to use Creative Magic rather than Potion. That's all. Okay. Now let's talk about weapons and armor. Boy, here we go. Equipping weapons and armor is basic to battle. Let me show you how it's done. Just finding or buying new weapons or armor isn't enough. You have to access the menu and select Equip. I like that better. And select who you want to equip. You can change weapons, armor, and accessories. Accessories have special effects. Select what you want to change. We'll go over accessories later because we don't have any accessories right now. On the right side of the menu, by the way, on the right side of the screen. By the way, that will be another advanced tutorial, so I'll have to manually explain them because literally they are something that we don't have right now, and unfortunately, in order to get them, we have to go somewhere. You won't find stuff like that. But anyway, here's a list of what can be equipped. You can see the item's effect here. Change your weapon with the OK button. It'll increase attack defense levels. Actually, you can change it even if it doesn't, because sometimes if it doesn't increase it, it's still better in battle. Not compared to other weapons by no amount of means. But some of them, like the next level, I found this out on my own. By the way, I didn't look this up. I promise. I found this out on my own. Believe it or not, as decreasing as it may be, it's actually more powerful than the weapon you have on. Especially if you've taken the time to, some of them anyway, to grind with them and make them better. So, anyway. Also, since we don't have another weapon, we won't be able to equip it. So, as far as Cloud is concerned, we can't worry about him right now. Pay special attention to material slots. The slots that are linked are effective. Also, check the growth rates of materia. Now when you want to remove an accessory, press the triangle button here. You should never remove weapons or armor because you never know when you'll be attacked. That's not true. After you're finished equipping, you should re-equip your materia. That's it. So this becomes shorter as we go along because it's not as long as the first explanations. Materia can unleash hidden power in humans. Now, so let's see how material is used. First, access the menu, then select material. By the way, it wouldn't affect the game any at all if you missed this, but you know, you can actually get another tutorial hall at some point in the game, but it's somewhere else, and yeah, we'll go over that later. Anyway, select how you want to use it. Who want to use it? Pay close attention to my weapon here. Each weapon and armor has slots in them. Choose which slot you want to put material in. Now select material you want to use. See, now, that's the thing about that. It can be varying, and it can be better to not equip them, depending. You know, you could actually have a party of 3 using restore magic, or you can take one and, depending on how many slots you actually have. But anyway, we'll talk, and, yeah. Some of them will increase your strength, some of them won't. We'll talk about summons later. This is curative material. If you want to know what its effect is, line the cruiser up with check. What's your problem? Press the OK button. It's just like selecting battle commands. Just line the cruiser up to magic. I never do this, by the way. You can use that. You can see that the available magic has increased. Now you can use new magic cure. And that's all there is to equipping materia. See? It wasn't that tough. I think we just got to... When you want to remove materia, it's easy as pointing to the material slot and pressing the triangle button. There's only one thing you have to watch out for. When you equip material, your condition changes. That's what I was just explaining that a moment ago. Parts of you will become stronger, while others get weaker. Normally, when you equip magic material, by the way, you can actually counteract that, but we'll talk about that more in advanced stuff later. I have to manually explain anyway. Your magic power will get stronger, but your physical strength weakens. So materials, kind of a double-edged sword. The left side of the screen shows the effect of the material. Try out everything. And that's all. I'll tell you about some of the finer points next. So I think that was how to apply material, which was a little bit more advanced. But it was about the same thing about what he tried to tell Barrett. So where are we standing out at time? Oh, we've got plenty of time. Effective ways to use materia. Okay. And the more you get through this, the more quicker it is, some of it anyway. Access the menu if you find materia. There's a lot of different materia around. This is one of them. It's all materia. If you equip this alone, nothing will happen. It's a little tricky, but I'll tell you anyway. Now look at my weapon. Look closely at those 2 slots. They're joined together as linked slots. You've got to remember to put it into linked slots. Every material will affect each other, but only if the slots are linked. Just to show you, let's put them all into one of the slots, and lightning in the other. Doesn't really matter. Now we can use bolt on all enemies, but it's limited to once per battle. Combine different things, and you'll come up with different results. Combining restore and all will let you use cure for your entire party. There are also many useless combinations. For example, Restore and Lightning. Bolt and Cure can be used normally, but there won't be any compound effect. Specialized material like all is called support magic. You can tell the difference just by looking at the material's color. This may sound weird, but do you know material grows on its own, even if one of your allies uses it? It will continue to grow with each battle. As its level increases, so will the effects of the magic you can use. I told you, all worked once per battle, but it can work twice as more as it grows. That's what I was going to explain anyway. When you get to the master level, material will divide itself looking like it's giving birth. Okay, I don't remember that. Giving birth, really. But that master material won't grow anymore. When you can't take material on anymore, you'd better sell it or dump it somewhere. You can see the useful functions here. You can arrange materia, remove all materia from your weapon. You can throw materia into the trash. Oops, relax, I wasn't going to dump it. Let's see, this is a special menu for you. You can exchange all material you have between allies, even if they're not in your party. That's not bad. Now about materials growth. The growth rate depends on what your weapon or armor it's put into. Okay. Some will double in growth while others won't grow at all. In most cases, the material's effect won't change, whether you put it into a weapon or armor. But elemental and added effect are completely different depending on whether they're put into weapons or armor. That's pretty cool. I'm going to think about that. You've got to think about what weapon or armor to use, or what material combinations will be the strongest. I remember hearing once about extraordinary material somewhere in the world. I think I've told you just about everything I can. Yeah, so, we'll talk about that later on at some point in the game. How to check your stat. No, this is it right here. How to form your battle party. Here we go. This will not be coming to. I'll explain your party's ordered in battle. Yeah. Sorry. Oh, okay, so this is where we're going to leave it, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Until then, later.